All right, everybody, we are cooking. This does not look like tomato basil soup. However, this creamy tomato soup is creamy because of this butternut squash. So, if you have never made tomato basil soup, this is not tomato basil. We do have basil involved. However, this is easy. It's super easy. We are using some canned foods today. We are using some whole foods today. So, welcome to the Superfood Parent Show, where we will be cooking up not one, but two delicious things today. So let's make it happen. Thank you all for coming in today. David Hunt is in there saying, let's go. TWP Popcorn says, hey, that's what's popping. Y'all know that's what the TWP stands for. That's what's popping. And then, of course, we got Miss Thicker Than a Snicker herself, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. And, you know, I always say that because Nikki is just beautiful inside and out. Her garden is amazing. She's showing us how to grow and to really get healthy from the inside out. So if y'all want to be thicker than a snicker, and y'all know what that means you look good, you feel good, check out Nikki's channel, The Everyday Life of an OCD Chick. She's always smiling, she's always happy, and I'm getting my food camera ready here so that way you all can see what I'm doing, because I'm going to make this potato bread. It's called a potato I've seen it called potato flatbread. Y'all know I use my toaster oven a lot. So that's what this tray is. It's from my toaster oven. And what happens is, thanks for the love, Nikki. I know you enjoy that. So the way this works is, for a potato flatbread, you can use this as a pizza crust. You can use it as a bread to dip things in. But when you're eating this, you know, you have people out here saying, leave potatoes alone. Leave white potatoes alone. Leave flour alone. However, potatoes do have a large amount of calcium, protein, potassium. They have other vitamins and nutrients in them. So, and they grow from the ground. So anything that grows from the ground, you are going to get those nutritive values from them. So that means what you want to do is you want to eat them, right? And you want to eat real potatoes. So that's where, with this creamy tomato soup, first we are going to make the flatbread, okay? So once we make this potato flatbread, then I will get into the tomato soup. But we're going to do these both at the same time. And all of this takes you about 30 minutes. It does take me a little bit longer because, of course, I'm chit-chatting with you all. I'm talking back and forth, just like you all are. I see you all chatting to each other in the chat. And y'all know David Hunt does not like okra, but this is an okra channel. We promote okra. So we don't want anybody to get it twisted. Y'all, get your okra in there. So let's get started with the potato flatbread. And that way I can put this in the toaster oven. Potato flatbread is just two ingredients. It's potatoes and it's flour. Now I do use unbleached all-purpose flour, and I put some in this little Earth Balance container because I do use Earth Balance non-dairy butter. Y'all know my left hand is my showing hand. I'm left-handed, and as you see, it picks up the light just right. So this is not butter. This is flour in here. So I'm just going to pour in a little bit of the flour just so that the potatoes hold together. I have about 4 or 5 potatoes that I boiled in water. I just cut them up into these big chunks. As you can see, it wasn't cut up really fine or anything like that. And what you can do is you can mash your potatoes. So you can see the size of these potatoes here. Pretty large, right? So I just cut the potato in half, and then I just cut it into some big chunks. What I do, instead of mashing this with the fork, I take the cheat sheet. You can salt your potato bread. This is where you can infuse some herbs in it. You don't really need a lot of salt. If you're going to use this as a pizza dough, definitely throw in some salt. I'm just going to see what herbs I have here. I got these chopped chives from the Dollar Tree. Chopped chives, right? Chives are a form of onions. They grow out of the ground. And you know, when herbs are dried, they're even better for you. So I'm just going to throw some chopped chives in here. Hey there, the J. Jordan. Y'all, this is one of my channel members. Thank you so much, the J. Jordan. I have to make sure that I start putting my channel members into my videos so that y'all know how to find these good people. So the J. Jordan has an amazing channel, fitness channel. Oregano is another herb, very powerful. You know, oregano oil is something that if you have that earache, it'll burn, but it will cure up that earache very soon and very soon. So so glad to have you here, the J. Jordan, as well as G Mama Grows Hard in the Garden. Y'all know she has a beautiful channel showing us how to get this done. So for the potato flatbread, all we're doing is, I'm not going to mash this with a fork. I'm using my immersion blender. Y'all know this is in my Amazon store. Y'all see all that done? I just mash it together like this. This way, once I mash it together, I'm not even using extra water. You can add extra water, but the potatoes, you can use the water from the potatoes, okay? Thank you so much, TWP Popcorn, for reminding everybody to put in hashtag Health Heroes, because this potato, Lord, it's getting all over my keyboard. This potato flatbread is what we're going to use to dip into our potato soup. Now remember, the creamy tomato basil soup is going to come together really easily. All we're going to do is, Lord, now I'm losing the potatoes because they're the potatoes are sitting on top of the let me slide this mic a little louder. I hope y'all can hear me okay. I'm gonna turn my mic up. The potatoes are sitting on top of this butternut squash container. So once I make sure I leave the skins on the potatoes, because there's nutrients like vitamin C in there as well. Oh, wow. Thank you so much to J. Jordan for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, y'all, the J. Jordan, he's already one of my members. Him and Coach Mary Ma are one of my members over on my Buy Me a Coffee. So that means, like, when you go to superfoodparents.com, I've included a widget there for Buy Me a Coffee. So I'm going to show you all how this works. You see how thick this is now? Now, the nice thing, I don't have to worry about getting cut by the blade, because this particular chopper has a safety feature on it. So that with my immersion blender, I do have to press the button on the top. And as soon as that button turns green, then it's activated. So you see right here on the top, there's a red blinking light. When I press it, it turns green, and it's only green for about 4 seconds, and then it's back red again. So I don't have to worry about it cutting me up, you know, while I'm cleaning that off. So this is it. For potato flatbread, I just mashed together, and this is how you clean your finger, y'all. Use a spoon, scrape off the stuff. Don't be scared. And if you're a particular person, just wear gloves, okay? So thank you, Gail at Night, for reminding everybody to click the like button, as well as reminding everyone to text the word FAVES, FAVES, to the number 757-231-9361. Tomorrow's my birthday, y'all. So just so that you know, that's why I'm a little fancy today. I did a show this weekend, my very first show. So that's one of the reasons why I'm on an all-time high. I don't celebrate my birthday in any fantastic way or anything like that. Because every day is a holiday. My brother, Philip Waldo Jr., when you talk to him, he always says, you'd be like, hey, Phil, how you doing? He would always say, oh, every day is a holiday. And that's pretty much the motto I live by. So this potato flatbread is ready. It's now potatoes. What is in here? Potatoes, flour. I put in oregano, and what are other herbs? Y'all saw me put in the chives. All you do is you spread it out. You can make this in the toaster oven. You can make it in your pot or your pan. And I'm gonna go put it in the toaster oven, and I'll take y'all to the kitchen with me, okay? So that way y'all can see how this works. So G Mama Grows is saying that her mother made her eat the skin on the potatoes and cucumbers when she was pregnant. And she still does that today, but her kids peel it off. You know what? It's so funny how different strokes for different folks, right? A lot of times people will peel things because they see other people peel it, or they just don't realize that, yeah, that's good for you. Go ahead on and eat it, you know? Thank you for the birthday wishes also. Like I said, tomorrow's my birthday, January 18th, and I don't celebrate my birthday with a party or anything. Every day is a holiday. I enjoy life so much. So I enjoy May 23rd the same way I enjoy January 18th, you know? So that's just the way it is. Make sure you put in hashtag health heroes. I'm going to take you all to the kitchen with me because I'm going to put this in the toaster oven and I forgot to bring the water. So that means that when we go into the kitchen, I'm going to grab some water as well. So that way we can, you know, put the water in the pan to cook our tomato basil soup. When we come back from the kitchen and I get some of the base things into the pan, I'm going to head over to my website to show you all some of the updates that we've done. So, Ane Nia, so good to have you here. You're always welcome. And you're always such a sweetheart. Thanks for popping in and always being here. Thank you all for chatting it up. And TWP Popcorn, he said, what did he say about my birthday? Let me read it right here. David Hunt is like, wait, it's your birthday? Get out of town. I could have sung for you today. Tomorrow, David Hunt, tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I told you every day, it's like TWP Popcorn is saying, no party, just paradise. And I say that because, hey, my Renaissance grandma, we got everybody in here. Hey, y'all know my Renaissance grandma has the blessed seasonings on her Etsy site. We're going to go to the kitchen. All right, so let's go together. Because y'all know I was inspired by Rachel Ray with her 30-minute meals. I was like, you know what? It really does not take that long to cook anything. So we don't have to make these big productions. We can cook, especially when you're cooking whole foods. They just don't take that long. So I'm going to log in and take you all with me so that way you all can see how this goes into the toaster oven. Okay. Let me enter the studio from my remote device. Now the remote device is a cell phone. I don't know if y'all liking the gear, like if y'all loving the drip, but look at this. Y'all see that QR code? That goes to Superfood Parents. So let me show you on the back. Wait, let me, yeah. Let me show you on the back. This shirt here, I got it locally. Now, of course, if you go to the Amazon store, you're not going to find this shirt, right? I got this shirt because I went to the mall at the last minute. When I had my show this weekend, my stuff didn't come in time. My banner from Canva, my business cards, they didn't come in time. So I said, okay, I know I need something. Thank you. I'm glad you like the shirt. So I got my food cam open right now. So now I can turn this on and make sure it's facing the right way. So I had to go get this shirt made at the mall. When I tell y'all, it was so amazing. The guy was quick. It was great. It was just great. And y'all see how good it came out, right? So that being said, let's see what this camera is doing. Let's see if it's actually facing the food. Yep, it's facing the food. So let's go to the kitchen, okay? I am going to mute. All right, so let's walk around here to the kitchen. And, let me make sure we switch it out so that way you all can see this. And as you see, this flatbread is just potatoes, flour. We put it into the toaster oven. We close the doors and then we turn it on. I keep it on broil. What is this on? Let's put it on 450 broil. So that way it's on the highest setting. Okay. And that way, that's the potato flatbread in there. So you see this one is always set to broil. This one is always set to the highest. And Then I just turn the timer. That's all you have to do. So let's head back to the studio. Oh, let me turn the music down because I always have music on, but I don't want copyright infringement. So on my television, I love jazz, and I don't want this music in the background. I only want the studio music. So I usually go to YouTube and I put something on so that way we have something cute during the day and all of that. So I'm going to mute. Oh, let me play some music for y'all while I'm here. Y'all know I got to do the shenanigans. All right. Okay, we're back. I'm going to put this one now here. Oh, I forgot the water. It's okay. I'm going to put this camera over top of the pot so that way we can get that where it needs to be. And we can get started on the actual soup, okay? This soup is basically, y'all know the nice thing about soup is you basically just throwing some food in water and letting it get soft. That's really how you make soup, right? Soup is one of the easiest, most basic foods that you can make. So we do have canned tomatoes. I typically don't use canned food. However, these diced canned tomatoes, they are organic. Y'all get organic where you can. Even if they're lying to us about organic, well, let's just hope that it's organic for real. And we say organic because organic a lot of times means it was grown without being a GMO food. So hopefully we don't have genetically modified ingredients or organisms in there. That's why you want organic. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop up an onion, and I'll chop up some garlic in here too, and our rutabaga. Y'all know rutabagas are root vegetables. What's gonna make this creamy is our red lentils, because I always have red lentils. And y'all see I forgot the when I went to the kitchen, I forgot to get the water. So I got to go back and get the water. And I was right there beside the water machine. Hey, Business Talk with Kay. Y'all, I'm Nigerian. Oh, David Hunt, I know you're Trinidadian. I love the island people, but you know I want to be African so bad. And y'all know I don't have to be African because a lot of us never came from Africa. We already were here in this country, right? You know how you'll hear people talk about we are the indigenous people to the Americas. A lot of us are. So we can trace our lineage. Sometimes it's right here in the States, but I don't care. I want to be Nigerian so bad. So thank you for being here, Business Talk with Kay. Good morning to you. Akaro. Look, I even know the language, y'all. Business Talk with Kay knows what that means because, you know, he's Nigerian. His mom speaks fluent. She's not Igbo. You're Yoruba. And so I'm sure that you know what I'm trying to say. When I say Okaro, it's good morning, right? So anyways, y'all get your faves in. Fruits and vegetables, every spread. Root vegetables are so nourishing for you, like this rutabaga. You know what I mean? So I'm amped up, by the way, because I do drink my Roll Java coffee. So if you all want to get me a birthday gift, by all means. Lord, I done dropped a garlic clove. Y'all, smashing your garlic is a quick way to chop it. So when I get low on time, I don't know if I've ever told y'all that. That's the reason why I smash it, okay? So Business Talk with Kay is laughing. Yep, he's Yoruba, not Igbo, because those are two of the main ethnic groups I know. There are so many. And that's honestly, y'all, that's the only reason I want to be African. Not just African, but I want to be Nigerian. Because the Nigerians are known for their affluence. The Nigerians are known for their intelligence. And y'all know all of us want to be smart. And then at the end of the day, for real, we're all extremely smart. Not just me, not just you, not just the people from Africa or America, but every last one of us. You know what I mean? That includes the people that love garlic, like the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. That includes the people that love okra. like David Hunt. Okay. So all of us are smart anyways, but you just feel smarter and more important and more intelligent when you say, I come from here, I come from there. So let's finish up with this particular dish. Now remember, this creamy tomato soup, it's made creamy because of the butternut squash. So we're going to put the butternut squash into the pan with the garlic. So let me show you all the garlic. Let me get this camera together. I'm going to put this a little bit closer. So let's bring it down. Let's also stabilize it, because y'all know these tripods are flexible. You can tighten up your shot simply by turning, tilting the head of it down. That's a great way to tighten up your shot. And that's what we're doing here. And then I'll just bring the pan back into the scene, crispy and clean. There we go. Wait, what is going on here? Oh, the leg of the chair was impeding the movement of things. So which way do I need to put the pot to get it in the scene? Maybe I need to move this. Some way, somehow, y'all, we're going to see this food in the pan. Why do we see me instead of the food? Let me tilt the phone one way or the other. I apologize, you all. Usually I do this ahead of time, but we're going to be live and in charge. Give me grace. I do appreciate that. And then I'm just going to tilt the head of the camera up a little bit. There we go. I tilted it down too far. Now, y'all can see into the pan really well. So now we have our garlic there. I'm also going to add some butternut squash. Thanks for listening to Jay Jordan. I appreciate that. Once again, the Jay Jordan, he is one of my channel members. So y'all see this right here? This is from the potatoes that I cooked earlier. Remember I told you for the potato flatbread, I just boiled some potatoes. That's about a cup of butternut squash in there. So I have 3 cloves of garlic. I have the butternut squash, about a cup. And then I'm also going to add my onion and my rutabaga. Now, the way I buy this particular butternut squash, I want to show you this container, because let me get it closed. This container costs about the same as, this is butternut squash. And as you see, the amount of it is 32 ounces. This is about the amount of 2 butternut squashes when you cut them up. So if you were to cut up 2 butternut squashes, that's about how much that whole container is. Butternut squash tends to be, it's not expensive, but if you buy it, you're only going to get about, like this container was $4. That's about how much a butternut squash costs in the grocery store. So unless you're growing them yourself, or you're stealing them from Nikki's Garden, the Everyday Life of an OCD's Chick, then it is easier to simply get your butternut squash already cut. Now, the nice thing is you want to freeze it, and then you can just take out whatever you want. I'm just cutting this onions into large chunks, because remember, we're going to puree it anyways. It's going to get soft. So once I get these into the pan with the water, they will soften up. We'll run our Faves Hero game, so that way we can see who's going to be today's health hero. So if you have not put in hashtag health hero into the chat, please do that, because some people already have, and you don't want to lose out and then start saying it's rigged. TWP Popcorn started it off saying, hashtag health heroes. The Jay Jordan, thank you for your support again, because once I get everything into the pot, I told you all I would go to the website and show you all some of the updates, so that way you can see what's happening. And I am going to show you as well, I'll be showing you what's happening with, well, you know what? If I can pull up pictures from the trade show, I will, but I'll just be talking about it. because I think I told you all that was my first show ever. Y'all know I brag about my muscles, my biceps. Rutabaga is a vegetable that will have you working your biceps. This is a root vegetable is hard, right? So it gets soft really quickly, and it kind of has a potato flavor. But when you're cutting it, you can use a vegetable peeler to get off the skin on the outside. But either way, you still have to cut it. And y'all know my Cutco knife, the only knife that I own. It's in my Amazon shop. So you can definitely find it right there, the link that Gail at Mike has provided. This particular knife, I've had it 20 years. It's still cutting through these rutabagas and all these other hard vegetables. So what I usually do is I cut off some of the rutabaga, and I'm going to use about a cup because remember, it's going to be in that water getting soft along with the other vegetables. So once I cut off some of it, I will keep this in the fridge. I freeze my butternut squash and I use that as I need it, but I just refrigerate my rutabaga because with your fresh vegetables, you want to use them fairly often. You know, they expire quickly because the nutrients in them are constantly dwindling from the time they've been harvested. So you don't want to lose all those nutrients. You want to definitely keep them. Lord, I feel like somebody, grandma, why did my hand just cramp up trying to cut this rutabaga? And now I gotta press it. Lord, my hands look like I've been dusting stuff with flour. At least I was handling flour today. Hey, Team Deepwater Cultivating, thank you for coming through with the hashtag Health Heroes. And y'all know what to do. Gail at Night is reminding you all to click the like button. David Hunt is like, yeah, what she said. He's also reminding you all, he says, the thumbs up has been used by hitchhikers for generations, and they've been blessed by rides. Now we have the opportunity to help this YouTube video by clicking on the like button. Ka-chow! Y'all see how big these pieces are? I'm not cutting these into small slices because the water's going to break it down anyways. Now you could, you know what I mean? You could make it a little smaller, but you don't have to. So just for like video sake, I guess I'll break it down a little bit. There we go. And then, so I have about a cup of that in there, and Nikki is like, yeah, fish fry. Child, these hands look like I've been, involved in the fish fry. Like, what you been doing, girl? You've been dusting it off for real. And from having to grip this knife so tight, I got a cramp in my hand because the rutabaga was so rough. It's a hard vegetable, but it gets soft really quick when you put it into the water. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go grab my red lentils and I'm going to go grab the water. I'll turn this on low because there is water inside of my vegetables. So keep in mind that when you start to cook your vegetables, even though you don't have water in them yet, like I don't have water in them yet, boom, I can still put the lid on, put it on low, and the water from those onions, the water from that butternut squash, it will start to release into those foods. And so that way, even though there's no liquid in here that we can see, there is water in the food. So that's why we always encourage you to eat your fruits and vegetables, because it really does make a difference. So we're about to do our Faves Hero giveaway. That means if you've already put in hashtag Health Heroes, then you know what to do, right? You know that this is going to help you by being a plant-powered titan today. But I'm going to go ahead and share with you all a quick Nutriville Chronicle. That's one of the stories, the animated videos that I've created. So while I go grab the water, I'm going to share this video with you so that way you can realize that you can eat more and weigh less. With all of these foods that I'm showing you today, in the new year, in the rest of your life, this is how I eat. This is how I maintain my weight. This is how I stay cute in the face and slim in the waist, okay? And I eat a lot. But when you eat a lot of these whole foods, you don't have to worry about anything. I'll answer this question for my Renaissance grandma. She says, is the rutabaga a potato texture in the soup? Well, actually, I'm going to parade this all smooth, but rutabagas, they do tend to keep the same texture as a potato because sometimes I use the rutabagas, well, all the time in my potato salad. And that's part of the reason why I use those, my Renaissance grandma, because they do stay the same texture as potatoes if you just leave them cooked this way. The way I'm going to do it today, though, I am going to be pureeing it. So the rutabaga and the butternut squash, they're actually helping to make this creamy today. So that's the way I'm using it. So yeah, thanks for asking that question. All right, y'all, I'm going to get on to the video. So that way, while I go grab the water and the red lentils, you all can have something good to check out. Let me start the video for you and enjoy as you eat more and weigh less.
Nutriville Chronicles. Once upon a time in Nutriville, a city brimming with healthy delights, a superhero named Veggie Dynamo emerged. With a cape made of fresh lettuce leaves and a beaming smile, Veggie Dynamo had a mission: to enlighten the citizens about the magic of faves, fruits and veggies every spread. One day, Chef LaQuita Marie introduced her super spaghetti dish to the residents. Instead of just plain pasta, she added a rainbow of faves. Vibrant red cabbage, onions, and garlic, along with a flavorful salsa and traditional pasta sauce. The aroma filled the air, and the residents' taste buds danced with delight. As Veggie Dynamo arrived at Chef LaQuita's kitchen, he knew this was his moment to inspire change. He encouraged the residents to try super spaghetti, explaining how the abundance of faves in the dish provided essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. And the best part? They could enjoy a generous portion without worrying about weight gain. One by one, the citizens of Nutriville embraced the Faves 100 lifestyle. They added colorful veggies to their pasta, rice, and potato dishes, feeling healthier and lighter with every bite. Veggie Dynamo's message of more faves, less weight spread like wildfire, and soon, Nutriville became a beacon of health and vitality. So, next time you visit Nutriville, don't forget to savor the super spaghetti and join Veggie Dynamo's quest to eat more and weigh less dash. All by adding an abundance of faves to your favorite dishes: corn, tomato, broccoli, spaghetti.
All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, thank you so much to you, Mama Grows. Yes, that is a fun video. Y'all know I use Pictory. I love technology, so I used AI. Pictory is a video creator. I just put my script in there. It will give me visuals, but then I chose those animated visuals because they're easy to understand for everybody and they're fun. So let me show you all what's going on in the pot, because in that little bit of time, I ran to the kitchen and I grabbed the water, I added it here, and I just covered the vegetables. So I just turned those up. I kept them covered. So that way they're in there just getting it together. Gail at night was in there jamming while the video was going. Let me make sure I turn this up high. Let me see what number it's on. This cooktop is the best. Oh, wait. Let me not get too close to the camera. Y'all know that gray be showing and popping through. My birthday is tomorrow. Y'all know these 50-year-old knees, they do their thing now. Thanks to fruits and vegetables, every spread. I do encourage you all to eat more and to weigh less. All right, so I'm just turning myself down in my ear because I can hear me more than I want to from my food cam. Y'all, that's another hack. Use your Bluetooth headset so that way you can hear how you're sounding. Like when I ran to the kitchen to get the water, I was able to do that and still hear you all. Like I could hear that the video was still playing. So I knew how much time I had because I had my headset on, And then of course, when I'm mobile, that is how I use this as a microphone. If I don't have my other mics, I wasn't able to call David Hunt the other day to get my audio together. That's my tech guy, but I'm going to get that together, y'all, so I can use my Rode mics. Here are my red lentils. So right now, while I've got these vegetables getting soft in here, I'm going to go ahead and throw in the red lentils. That way, the vegetables will get soft, the lentils will get soft. These are also part of the secretness, the secret to the creaminess, okay? Wait a minute. My Renaissance grandma said, at least your gray is nutritious from those fruits and vegetables. Look, that's my excuse, right? I've been enjoying fruits and vegetables all my life. I've been that foodie, that greedy girl that if somebody cooked it, I was eating it, right? And growing up, going to church 97 to 120 days a week, the church people was always cooking. They had gardens. And so we were getting fresh food. We were getting good food. But the gray, I want to say, is just hereditary because my mother and my grandmother, my mother's mother, both of them, they were gray, completely white, quite early. And so I started graying at age 18. And so y'all just call me Snow White because again, all of my hair is gray. Anything that's not gray is because I've colored it and I continue to color it because vanity. That's why I got this makeup on. I ain't trying to be out here looking like David Hunt. I mean, David Hunt is handsome, but he's a man. So look, I ain't trying to look like David Hunt. Oh, thank you. I got another greedy girl. Thank you. The Everyday Life of an OCD chick. You know what I'm talking about. We are like, we enjoy our food. We love it. That's what we do. All right. So let me get on to adding these lentils to the pot. So that way all of it can just get soft together. So I'm going to also show you this recipe because while I'm waiting for the rest of you all to put in hashtag health heroes so that we can do our faves 100 giveaway, I'll show you that page so I can show you that we do have some people, MRG, right? We do have some people who have put in hashtag health heroes. So I'll show you that screen. So that way, if you haven't done it already, you can do so. So this is how it should look. When you put in hashtag health heroes, HEROES, make sure you put the E and the S on it because we're about to do our Faves 100 giveaway. So I'm going to add these lentils to the pan. And thank you all for being here again. I appreciate the like button. Thank you all who have shared this info. I told you I was at a show Saturday giving away, not giving away, I had my nutritional education booklet. I think that's it right there. I'm going to show it to you all. This is the booklet that I had printed out for that particular trade show. So this activity workbook is soon. Thank you, my Renaissance grandma and Nikki, for putting in hashtag health heroes. Y'all are in the running for the Faves 100 giveaway. So inside this book, I have different games, I have recipes, and I have stories. So these things, so that you all understand my business model, these things are so that I can go to businesses. I can go to, like, I'll give you an example. I live in Virginia and I connected with the Virginia Department of Health and also several health departments. They came over to my table at the trade show on Sunday. I think I keep saying Saturday, but the trade show was Sunday. And I was explaining to them, like, yes, I can do cooking demos. And my goal is to provide nutritional education to businesses so that when people go home, they know how to cook for their families. Take care, G Mama Grows. Thank you for being here, G Mama Grows Heart in the Garden. I appreciate you. So all of this nutritional content, all this nutritional education that I create, it's here as a resource. And so when I go out, when I get contracted for, let's just say, the Virginia Department of Health, right? When I get contracted for them, the way this works is I charge my presentation fee, but then I also sell them a certain amount of books. So I'm telling you all this because, like my Renaissance grandma, G Mama Grows Heart in the Garden, Gail at Night, all of us, the Everyday Life of an OCD chick, we all have educational content. And this is another way to monetize your business. This is another way to get your business on and popping. I'm going to put this workbook right back here with my rolled Java coffee. And so I've got my red lentils open. I'm just going to show you how I'm adding that to the pan. And then we will get into, oh, I've got to turn this down because y'all can see how it's boiling, right? But because I'm using my cell phone, if I lift up the pan, the steam, the cell phone is so close to the pan that the steam will freeze up the camera. And we want you to see what's happening in the pot without it being frozen. So the nice thing is that this cooktop, because it's an induction cooktop, as soon as you remove the pot, it starts to cool off. Like the cooktop cools off in about 2 minutes. So this is a safe way to cook around children. It's a safe way to cook around forgetful people. I'm blowing the steam so that it's away from the camera. And then I'm going to add about a cup of lentils, and then I'm going to close it and stir that up a little bit so they're just covered, right? I just want those covered. You can use a spoon. Y'all know I'm using my Cutco knife, the one knife that I own. And yeah, let me throw in a little bit more just because I love these things. These lentils are some of the most nutritious foods that you can eat. Beans, lentils, all of those things. So I turn that back up, and then you all are going to see that it's going to, get to bubbling a little bit again. And that's perfect. And then let's do our Phase 100 giveaway so that we can see who has been getting their fruits and vegetables every spread. Thanks so much, David Hunt, for sharing that. I do want to share this recipe with you all really quickly, so that way you all can also see how this works as far as where is this recipe. Remember, I told you all that I was going to go to superfoodparents.com so that way you could see the recipe. I mean, you could see how I've updated some things on my channel. I mean, on my website. David Hunt, he put in here how you all can become a sponsor by visiting our Buy Me a Coffee page. On our website, we have added a place for what is it called? Buy Me a Coffee. Okay. So I did add a Buy Me a Coffee widget to my new website. So I'll show that to you. So because that is where the Jay Jordan and Coach Mary Ma are members. So let me show that real quick, and then we'll do our giveaway. So, oh, okay, Gail at Night. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, uh-oh, what did I do? Because I use Google Keep a lot. All right, so here's my website. This pop-up widget always pops up asking you to please join the website. However, when we scroll down here, I've added this widget. So now whenever you see that coffee, you still can click the green coffee cup. When you do that, you can click one coffee. As you see, 10 is already kind of chosen, but you can choose one coffee, 3 coffees, 5 coffees. You can leave your name, you can say something nice, and it shows you how you're supporting this production. So thank you to the Love and Live show. She claimed the family food playbook. Oh, and she even donated to the new laptop for streaming. Lady C, super fan, there's free stuff on my Buy Me a Coffee page, as well as, you can always buy me a coffee just with this widget right here on the home screen. So that's one of the things I've added. Another thing that I've added is this little widget at the top, $30 off of your meal delivery. I've been trying to find a way so for people to enjoy this food, even if they don't want to cook it, because I'm getting a facial, y'all. That steam was about to take this makeup off, Lord. I mean, I like David Hunt. I love the Jay Jordan, but I don't want to look like them. And if this makeup come off, y'all gonna be wondering, is that David? Is that the Jay Jordan? Anyway, so this Whole Harvest, I'm now a partner with Whole Harvest. And so that is where when you see that little widget at the top saying $30 off meal delivery coupon code, you use Super 30 when you check out over here at Whole Harvest. They typically use no salt, oil, and sugar in their food, but they encourage you to add it, so that way you can enjoy the flavors that you want. So I do have a beautiful partnership with them. I'm enjoying that. And guess what? I already have people that have bought food from that link. So thank you all for all of your support. I'm really enjoying this food journey, and I hope you are too, because I mean, food is wonderful, right? David Hunt is like me. I use Google Keep is my favorite way to take notes, David. So yeah, I definitely use Google Keep. I have a million notes in there. It's a wonderful tool. All right, y'all. Let's do the Faves Hero giveaway. Let's see who is today's plant powered titan. If you have not put in hashtag health heroes, make sure you do that because we're about to do the giveaway. Okay. So let's see who's going to win and be today's plant powered titan. We do have some entries. I'll just, hey, thanks so much. The Jay Jordan is saying, wow, everything that you do, y'all, it's a step towards progress. The Jay Jordan shows us that with his fitness. He does a lot of small workouts that we can do. I'm talking jumping jacks. Of course, he does burpees. All y'all know I'm allergic to burpees. I have a medical allergy. At least I'm claiming one. Y'all know I'm lying. I don't really have one, but I do. I can do burpees. I just don't like to. I just don't like to. Click the like button, y'all. Thank you, David Hunt, for reminding people. It does help the algorithm. But the Jay Jordan, he really does a lot of things for you all to just do. And he shows you how to break it down. Because the Jay Jordan is like, look, you don't have to do 100 burpees in a row. Just do 5. Do 10 sets of 5 and you've done 50. Do whatever, break it down. And he breaks it down for us. So whether he's doing push-ups, jumping jacks, jump ropes, all that stuff, right? Anyways, let's do our Faves 100 giveaway so that we can see who's today's plant-powered titan. The food is bubbling here, so we're about to puree this and add the tomatoes. So right after the giveaway, I'll show you the recipe, and then I'm going to just finish this up because this comes together like so quickly. It's amazing. All right, let's see who today's plant-powered titan is. David Hunt, the everyday life of an OCD chick. My Renaissance grandma, TWP popcorn, team deep water cultivating. The everyday life of an OCD, TWP, David Hunt, TWP, the everyday life of my Renaissance grandma. Congratulations. We have a winner. She is today's plant-powered titan. And if you're wondering what that means that she is today's Faves 100 hero. She automatically has 80 or more points from fruits and vegetables. Yes, David Hunt, I did leave the potatoes in the toaster oven. We're going to go check on those in a minute. So thanks for reminding me about that because we're going to get back to it. Now, here's the way this works. Speaking of the potatoes, right? Potatoes are a vegetable. So if we're eating potatoes, that gives us 5 points, right? But all of the vegetables in here, we put in onions, garlic, rutabaga. That was 3. Onions, garlic. Oh, butternut squash. That was 4. And let's go ahead and count the lentils. 5 different whole foods. 5 times 5, that's 25 points. I just added the last of that little bit of water to my food because I noticed that the lentils were already translucent. When the lentils get see-through, that's how you know they're pretty much done. So I threw in some more water so they don't so they can keep soaking up the water. So that means that my Renaissance grandma, we're just going to say she's already eaten about 80 points worth of fruits and vegetables. Now, y'all know she is plant powered. So that's the reason why David Hunt is congratulating her. He's like, you stole my spot today, and that's congratulatory. Congratulations. But my Renaissance grandma is a sweetheart. She says, share the spot, David. Thank you. So for those of you who don't have 80 points, well, maybe you're on your way. So that means you might be a superfood Avenger with 65 or more points. You might be still getting there as a Faves Crusader, right? So that means as a Faves Crusader, you have 50 or more points just from fruits and vegetables. Y'all know I don't eat animals. However, I encourage you that even if you're eating a chicken sandwich, put some lettuce and tomato on it. Don't say you're going to do vegan Mondays. Don't wait until you're waiting for meatless Mondays and all of that. Add fruits and vegetables to every spread you're already eating anyways. So you just want to eat even better. So that's the way you want to do it. Okay. Let's get to the food. Let's see what's happening in this pot. I'm going to turn this down so that way you all can see the recipe happening. And let's see what's going on here, okay? And then we're going to get back to the potatoes. I do need to go check on those because let's see what's happening with the fruits and vegetables in this pot. And I think we're about ready for this. Notice it still has those potatoes stuck to it. Doesn't matter. When you're cooking, you don't have to wash all the dishes until you're done, especially if they're related. This is the nice part about cooking with fruits and vegetables. You don't have to worry about that cross contamination of meat. Hey, Tori's brain, so happy to have you here. You're just in time to see us blend this up. So y'all, Tori's brain is an OG, right? Tori is a brain specialist. He's a brain coach. So that means that he knows what he's doing. And of course, all the games that he plays on his channel, it is helping people like me and David Hunt to get our brain in gear this year. David Hunt is like, I'm going to be more present this year. So let's see here. Oh, and thank you also. I meant to say thank you, Dale at Night, for putting that link to the Whole Harvest discount code and everything, the link to there. So I know this does not look like your typical creamy tomato soup, but this is all you got to do. We're just going to blend it. And then we're going to add the tomatoes. But these ingredients are what makes it creamy. Now, I don't know if you all remember me telling you, like, y'all have seen the same food for so many things. Y'all know I use this base as my creamy sauce for cheese. So if I was making a macaroni and cheese, I could use the same base and I could just add some seasonings and some nutritional yeast. If I'd like to, I can also add some non-dairy cheese and that'll give it the stretch, or I could add potatoes, no, what is it? Tapioca starch, cassava. You know, cassava is tapioca. That'll give it some stretch, so it turns into a cheese sauce. Today I'm just adding the tomatoes, and that's what's going to make it the creamy tomato sauce, you know? David Hunt, I know you love okra. We're doing this just for you because for my creamy cheese sauce, I do add okra. Thanks for reminding me. Adding okra makes this a cheese sauce because it gives it that stretch. Boom, we are done. So now all I'm going to do is show you all. I'm going to take the motor off because, of course, these two parts separate. So I just took the motor off, you know, and then I set this down one place so I can wash that. I set the motor down in another place. And then I'm going to add the canned soup, the canned tomatoes, while I show you all. I'm just going to add 2 cans of tomatoes while I show you all the recipe. Lord, let me put the lid on because this food is jumping out the pot. Look, my Renaissance grandma says that looks good, right? It is. And now all I have to do is add a little bit of seasonings. There's potato on my can opener. So y'all know my Renaissance grandma, she sells seasoning blends. What I recommend is any seasoning salt that you like, with salt or without salt. Some people, they eat their food without salt. They feel like it has enough flavor for them. They can enjoy it that way. Do that. Or you can definitely go to Etsy and look for, or no, go to my Renaissance grandma's channel so that you can find her link to her Etsy shop. That's where she sells her different blessed seasonings. I think mine are in the kitchen. I was trying to see if I had some under here to show y'all the packaging for it, because I keep a lot of seasonings here in the studio too. Y'all, let me say this. Y'all know about generational curses. like stuff just keep happening to the same people in your family. I have a personal curse with can openers. I keep buying them and they keep working and then they don't work. So I struggle. So I always try to find the pop top for canned food because Lord knows this is sad. This is just sad. Y'all keep talking amongst yourselves. Thank you, the Everyday Life of an OCD chick, for saying hello to Tori's brain and for him to talking back to you because I've been opening this can for like 30 minutes. Like this is taking longer than the recipe itself. And y'all remember the old way of using the knife to open the can? I'm about to have to do that. I think I got it open enough that I can get the tomatoes out without getting cut. All right, let me show y'all what's happening here. I'm just gonna pour this tomatoes in and then I'll season it up. And that's it. Say what? You struggle with can openers too. You on a quest to buy 20. I know my Renaissance grandma. Nikki says the can opener struggle is real. Okay, so it's not just me. That's good to know that it is not just me. All right, y'all. I'm adding these tomatoes. And then all I'm going to do is puree it again. Once I add the 2 cans of tomatoes, I will puree this one more time. And that way it will be a smooth, creamy tomato soup. I will be adding basil to it because y'all know basil is one of the complementary flavors that you often see with, let me put that on the scene so y'all can see it. You often see basil paired up with tomatoes for a reason. If you all missed it earlier, please text the word faves, Faves. That stands for fruits and vegetables every spread. Text that word to 757-231-9361. So I'm just going to show you all the recipe so that way you can see it on screen. And this recipe will be in my Buy Me a Coffee category. So that way, I don't know if I'm going to make it a free download. I don't know if I'm going to charge for it. We'll see what we're going to do. Uh-oh. Go on, girl. I got the second can opened a little quicker than the first one. All right, there we go. So now that we've got that in there, we're going to puree it one more time. And I'll crank up the heat so that way it can cook. Also, you can add 3 cans of tomatoes. Often what I do is I also add salsa. Do I have my salsa in here? Because I like the flavor of salsa. Y'all, this tool is so much fun. Let me tell you, I love this. I don't know if y'all can tell that I love this immersion blender. And thank you all for the Facebook love. I know Cecil and Sonia Brown gave me some love from Facebook. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, Sonia with the Y. Scale at Night. I also love how cans have that pull tab. That's the only thing that saves my life. That saves my life every time. I do have one can here that has a pop top on it, and it is a can of tomatoes. Let me show y'all. See, my Renaissance grandma, you use salsa a lot too for tomato replacements. So this pop top is what Gail is talking about. This is the one I like that has the pull tab, but this is actually chickpeas. Now, I hardly ever use canned chickpeas. This one is sort of like for demonstration purposes only. I might throw some salsa in here. Y'all, let me go. When I run, I'm going to go to the kitchen. And when I go there, I'm going to put the lid. Oh, you know what? Let me show you all the seasonings that I put in here. For today, I'm using 2 of my favorites. I'm going to use my Goya, the adobo one, and I'm also going to use my Badia Complete, the Sazon Complete. I like the flavor combination of those 2. Some people, if you are not into adding additional MSG to your foods, this Sazon Complete does have MSG in it. Remember, MSG does occur naturally in tomatoes, mushrooms, and all of that. MSG has been demonized, but it is already in a lot of our foods, and you will find it listed as other things. So like carrageenan, when you look at your ice cream has an ingredient, carrageenan. That is MSG. But I use it because I know the what it does, what it's good for, and all of that. Now, keep in mind, all of this is pretty much cooked, so I'm just going to turn it up and put the lid on, but it doesn't really have to cook. So let's go check on the flatbread after we look at the recipe. If you all are trying to figure out how to stay fresh in these streets, how to stay sweet, y'all know I got my sweet smelling kitty kit on my Amazon shop as well. So that means if you are on the Superfood Parents website, all you have to do is right there at the top of the website. Oh, wait, let me make sure I share that page with you so you all can see what I'm talking about. And then we're going to look at the recipe because I'm supposed to be showing you all the recipe too. So when you look at the Sweet Smelling Kitty, Superfood Parents page, right at the top, there's a little Amazon button. You click that button, it takes you to the Amazon storefront, and there is a kit here called Sweet Smelling Kitty. Now, this is not just to keep your certain body parts fresh. This keeps your whole body fresh. So here it is right here. It says Sweet Smelling Kitty. Once you click on that, it opens up everything in the kit. So this way you can pick and choose what you're going to buy. But I will say that this first one, this chlorophyll, will freshen everything. I'm talking about if you are that person that you blow up the bathroom every time you go, look, this will neutralize that. It will bring it way down, okay? I do use black soap. I love my black soap. I use liquid. My children prefer the liquid. So all of these different things in here are for you. I use coconut oil for oil pulling in my mouth. That actually helps with morning breath. It helps so you don't really have to floss because it gets in between your teeth. And of course, cotton underwear make a difference. That's why that's in there. I do use the Azo. This is the hand sanitizer I use. I use Azo about once a week. I'll take 2 pills, maybe twice for 2 days. That really helps my bladder. And of course, I use Pretty Frank deodorant. It's a natural deodorant that's aluminum free. Let's get to the recipe because that's what I'm showing you next. So this is right here in Canva. Remember I told you I was going to show you this. Now, David Hunt, he's talking about it. He says, that's good. Adobo does make everything better. Oh, Lord. Hey there, DJ Is. Thanks for reminding me coming in, DJ Is, because whenever you show up, it reminds me to turn the music back on. So let me play one of your tracks because it's almost time for us to smile. Like we're done. We're in overtime, y'all. All the food is cooked. I'm just going to go show you that potato flatbread because I probably have to turn it back on. But this is the full recipe. This will be available in my for download in my Buy Me a Coffee page where it shows you onion, garlic, rutabaga, lentils, butternut squash, water, diced or stewed tomatoes, 2 cans, a teaspoon of salt or seasoning salt, a teaspoon of dried basil or a tablespoon of fresh basil, because you know the dried basil is more powerful. And it shows you all the steps right here. You soften the onion, garlic, rutabaga, and butternut squash. You add the red lentils, and then you puree all of that. Add the canned tomatoes, puree it, and cook for 5 minutes. Y'all see the soup is over here bubbling. You can adjust the seasonings to taste, serve, and smile. Okay? So right now, I'm going to go ahead and taste this to see how it tastes. Let me turn this down. And then we're going to go into the kitchen to make sure the flatbread is still going. And remember, you can use that potato flatbread for pizza crust. You can use it for dipping into things. You can use it as a bread. So like some people make a flatbread sandwich. That's what it's good for. I didn't spread it very thin, but when you spread it really thin, it really works. So I just turned this one down. I'm just going to stir it a little bit. Oh yeah. And the red lentils, because those red lentils are in there, They add flavor, they add thickener, and they make this a very creamy situation. I'm gonna taste this before I go into the kitchen because y'all know we got to finish with the super clap sign off. I'm just gonna see if I need to add any seasonings or anything like that. Y'all, this is lovely. No okra, amen, David. There's no okra in here, and it is still delicious. That was just for you, David. I think we're about ready for our super clap sign off. I'm gonna go check on the food in the kitchen, so that way you all can go with me. If in that way, if the food, if the this is this delicious, and I don't need any more seasonings in it. I don't even know. I think I'm gonna leave the salsa out. I can taste the tomato. It shines through. And there's not even a live tomato in there. Cooked tomatoes, y'all, will give you that lycopene. Lycopene is a nutritious ingredient that's beneficial for you. All right, let's go to the kitchen. So let's make sure we can see what's going on here. And dun, 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 dun. Ooh, see what I'm saying, y'all? This bread is, hold on a second. I'm with you, Nikki. The word of the day is to neutralize. We want to neutralize any and all odors, right? Okay, I had to grab a hot pot to show y'all. This is what's happening. It's already browned. It's already toasty. I can take this out and turn it off. I can turn it out of the pan. And y'all see how I done burnt this thing up? That's how you know you're using it. That's good. This is done. Just like that. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I put that on the edge of the counter so it won't burn that countertop. Y'all, life is good. The food is done. We've cooked all the food, everything, just like that. Let me... Thank you all again for being here. I think we can definitely, I think the word of the day has changed to something more delicious now. David Hunt, get out of here talking about no okra. Hey, David Hunt. Hey, no okra. Y'all, this has been a delicious episode. I will put in the comment, the first comment of this video, I'm going to add the link to that recipe. So that way you all have it and you have the other activities with it. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. Of course, we're in overtime with our super clap sign off. Tomorrow's going to be an even better day because thank you, my Renaissance grandma. That's an early birthday gift. Tomorrow's my birthday. She says, I purchased from your Amazon. I appreciate you. Thank you. Because Amazon comes through. Y'all have a good day. Make it a better day and be a health hero for your loved ones. All right, let's get out of here. Hey, I hope you all try this recipe. It's a good one. Thank you, my Renaissance grandma. Much appreciated. Thank you to Jay Jordan. Thanks, Urban Gardening Chronicles.